Luis isn't ready to marry me yet. You saw his face when the subject came up.
You don't know what's going on in his mind. And the reason you don't is because he doesn't know himself.
Well, that's not exactly an ideal basis for a marriage proposal.
I used to think that there was a perfect time to make a commitment, but not anymore. You know, it's just like that joke. You want to make God laugh, make a plan.
Very funny.
It's true. You love Luis, he loves you, end of story. That's why I think things are going to turn out exactly the way Teresa's fortune cookie predicted. It's going to be a double wedding this spring in Harmony. If you follow your heart.
This double wedding scenario of Teresa and yours, don't you think you're getting a little ahead of yourselves?
Not a bit. I mean, you love Luis, right?
More than I've ever allowed myself to love anyone. If I could have one wish granted to me for the rest of my life, it would be to marry Luis.
Well, then what's the problem?
Well, it's not a problem, really. I'm just being realistic. You know, Luis has a lot on his plate right now. He's very involved in his police work. He's the main provider for his family, not to mention how driven he is to find out what happened to his father all those years ago. He's just not in a position to marry anyone right now.
Sheridan, you haven't listened to a word I've said. Look, no one is ever in the position to get married. You know, there are always going to be more reasons to wait than to take the plunge. But life is too short to always do the practical thing. You know, when two people are meant to be together, you have to seize the moment before they slip away.
You know who you sound like, don't you?
Don't tell me. Teresa's notions of fate and destiny are starting to rub off on me.
Forget starting to. You are a true disciple, Ethan. Pretty soon you'll be spinning your own fairy tales.
Fine, laugh. I don't blame you, but there's worse things to believe in than romance.
You're right.
Logic doesn't cut it when it comes to romance. Luis can have all the reasons in the world, but when two people are meant to be together, nothing should get in the way. Nothing.
You can, look, don't get me wrong. I believe with all my heart that Luis and I are going to get married. We're going to have a beautiful wedding, find a sweet little home, start a family. Just not right now.
Oh, I still don't get it. If you know that you're going to end up together, why wait?
Because that's what would make Luis feel more comfortable.
Well, I'm sure if you talk to him about it...
Luis is a very proud and stubborn man. Those are two of the things that I love most about him. Even if I were to convince him to marry me now, it would color the rest of our lives together. I would always feel like I pressured him to make a decision before he was ready to make one.
Okay, I see. So, you're going to sacrifice what you want for him? You're just going to sit around and push down your feelings while you wait for this proud and stubborn guy to propose to you?
You know me better than that.
You're right. That wasn't fair. I know you're a strong and independent woman.
Which is why I'm willing to wait for Luis. I've waited an entire lifetime to find a man like him. Surely I can wait a little bit longer.
Sheridan, that's not what this is about. This is about finding the right person and making a great leap of faith together, even if it seems precipitous. And I'm not trying to scare you, but I know what it's like firsthand to take something for granted and then have it snatched out from under you in a blink of an eye. I don't want that to happen to you and Luis. Not if you really love him.
Maybe you're right.
I think the worst thing I could do would be to marry Sheridan.
Every time I give that guy the benefit of the doubt, he does something that makes me want to deck him.
Ethan, calm down.
No, I mean it. Look, he knows you want to get married right now. I mean, why can't he just step up to the plate and do it? I should talk to him.
Don't. I've already put enough pressure on Luis about this. You know, when the time is right, he'll ask.
So what are you gonna do until that time?
Enjoy what we have together right now. It's not the worst thing in the world.
All right, I'm not gonna argue with you if that's what you want. But at least tell him how you feel.
Worrying about me. I'm just happy being with Louise.
You know, Luis and I had the best talk about marriage.
Yeah. It took a while, but eventually I got her to understand.
That my brother is way too conservative and too careful for his own good. In love, just like in life, sometimes you gotta take a deep breath and just step off the end of the pier. More than ever, I am convinced the four of us are gonna have a double spring wedding.
See, you said that you understood where I was coming from.
I do. You made me realize what a big deal a wedding is. It means taking on an enormous responsibility.
Exactly.
That's why I'm gonna do all the organizing and planning. Yeah, and Sheridan can pitch in if she wants to on the music, the flowers, everything. But you don't have to give it a second thought. All you have to do is show up on the big day. You will see. This is going to be the most perfect double wedding that's ever happened in Harmony.
You see what you're getting yourself into if you marry my sister? When she's set her mind to something, that's it. Her way or the highway.
Actually, Teresa's conviction is one of the reasons why I love her so much. I mean, I used to be just like you, Luis. I used to think through every decision at least 1,000 times before I even took a baby step. But Teresa has made a believer out of me. When she says something is destined to happen, it usually is.
Two of a kind, huh? Guess they're meant for each other.
So it seems.
Well, thank God that you and I are sensible enough not to base our life decision on a piece of paper and a fortune cookie, right?
I wouldn't want to do that after what mine said.
Exactly. Now, the important thing is not that my sister doesn't understand why we're not ready to get married. It's that you and I do.
Tell him how you feel. Tell him how you really feel. Sheridan, tell him that you'd rather get married sooner than later.
I can't. Luis has to want it on his own.
Well, you're a brave man, Ethan. Half the time, I don't even know what to say to my sister.
It's easy. Just say yes. Agree with me.
See? You're a dreamer. I'm not. I live in the here and now.
But my dreams have a habit of coming true, and I dreamed of a double wedding, Luis, and I am positive it's going to take place. Have I been wrong about anything else so far?
She does have a point there.
See, it's a good thing you're trained as a lawyer. You're gonna need those skills to win any argument with her.
No, actually, I think she's already got me beat there. Best way to deal with Teresa is just to say yes. So what's it gonna be, Luis? Are you gonna be wearing a tux or a cutaway?
Man, you believe those two?
As you said, they definitely belong together.
Who'll get the car?
I wish Teresa could make a believer out of Luis. I would give anything to have a double wedding.